Personally, okay, hot take, I think people should travel less. I think traveling's cool, but someone's like, when someone goes, traveling's my hobby and I want to travel to 1,000 countries, I'm like, God, you're buying so many plane tickets. Stop. I think it's a hot take. I get that people want to go places and do things, but just like enjoy the area you live in, man. And if you don't like it, move somewhere. I don't know. I'm a little too, I don't know. I think it's okay to travel somewhat, but you know, there are people that travel like, and I've done this before, having to travel a lot for work, having to take a plane every week for work. Why can't you just do a damn phone call sometimes? You know how many times I would travel somewhere for work and I would be like, I don't have to physically be here. What a waste of money and resources. It would make me mad. And I just would feel like I was contributing to something that I didn't like, you know? And then like, it's fun to travel a little bit, but it's just not worth all that cost. And I don't just mean money cost, I just mean everything, you know? So I would just feel like, you know, we should just do all this shit remotely. Like, we have so many great tools for this. Yeah, this plane could have been an email. Exactly. Not just an email, but just getting on a call. Like, we could have done one yearly meeting so we get FaceTime with each other at the beginning of the project, and then just done all calls after that. That sort of thing. There's no point. Being there's the point. It's stupid and it doesn't matter. It's archaic. It doesn't matter. Meeting once is important. Meeting every week is not. So, I don't know. I think people need to just do less of that. Do less. And I'm a fan of more rail, more trains and things for people to be able to be carried around to different places instead of air travel. And then, you know, hey, you live on the East Coast? Stop going to LA for vacation. Stop it. Stop going to Vegas for vacation. Take the trains up and down the Eastern Seaboard. And there's so much shit to do. So many places to go that are so incredibly different from each other. You have so much around you. People be like, I gotta get out. I gotta go to another country. But then there's so much cool shit that they can do within an hour of themselves. And I'm not saying they shouldn't do those other things sometimes. But like, I don't know. Pisses me off. You know, people I know from New York City that have never gone to like Westchester and north to like upstate New York, which is only like within a few hours travel by car. 1 hour driving north. And you can get to areas that are like mountainous, beautiful. You go in the fall and you see all the leaves changing, different foods and things to eat. It's not upstate, but it's starting to get there. But you can get a lot of that experience, great spots to camp and hike and all these things. Rivers, gorgeous, okay? Fucking gorgeous. Also, when I say New York City, I mean like from the border, like from the Bronx border up, not like Manhattan. But, you know, you get up there and it's a completely different experience. And there's so many touristy things you can do if you want, you know? Upstate is expensive as is. I'm not saying for them to live there. I'm saying that for them to travel, they would inject their money into those areas too. But it's all gorgeous. And I know so many people from New York City, they're like, I just want to get out. I just want to see nature. And they're like, I have to go to the Pyrenees. And I'm like, no, you don't. Just get in a car, rent a car, drive north, and you'll find the shit you're looking for right there. Right there. Okay? Right there. I don't know, man. You don't have to go to the tropics to go on islands. The Great Lakes have islands as well you can visit. Yeah, I understand maybe wanting something that's like wildly different climate, different flora, fauna occasionally. But like, you don't gotta go crazy for that. Also, people will be like, I have to go to the Bahamas. And I'll be like, girl, just drive to the Hamptons. Just take a train to the Hamptons. Not all of it's as expensive as people say. That's only the rich people parts. Go to the fucking beach. There are tons of places where you can sip a martini, get a massage, sit on the sand. You can do all the same stuff there. It will still be hot and humid as fuck in the summer, okay? It gets up to 100. But the sun's a little less direct, which is healthier for you because you're farther from the equator. Win-win. And then if you want, you could just go home, dude. You just go home. Like, I'll never understand people in New York City like traveling so far away for everything. I get occasionally, but when they do it like constantly, I'm like, what's the point, man? What's the point? The thing about Bahamas is that everything's 78 degrees, nights, days, the rain, the seawater. It's kind of like that in the summer near New York, though. Maybe the water's slightly colder, but it's hot out, so you really don't mind it. It's really not that different. I'm just saying. So don't go to Cape Cod, you wouldn't like it. Everyone's like, I just want to go to Cape Cod because they see pictures of it. And then they go there and they're like, I'm bored. Yeah, because you don't like this kind of vacation, man. I don't know. What about traveling to see friends and family? That's a different thing. That's a different thing. I'm talking about the people doing the unnecessary shit. I'm not talking about like all travel bad. I'm saying unnecessary travel is at an all-time high, and we can cut down. Know what I mean, you said you have no need to go to the islands because it's hot, and the natives told you not to. Win-win. Yup, yup, exactly. Look, we got the hidden gem. Okay, the Jersey Shore. You rent a car from New York City and you go drive downward. Drive through Staten Island, start driving down along the shore. Shit is incredible. I don't care if the show made it look stupid. I'm telling you, the place is really nice and incredible, beautiful during the summer. You can get anything you want there, any food, you can do any activity, meet all sorts of people. Not everyone looks like Snooki. It's gorgeous. It's genuinely like the most gorgeous beaches too. So, you know, people really don't need to travel far for that. It's in gross New Jersey. Good, keep saying that. Keep saying that. Keep people off the beach. Okay. So then when I want to rent a car and drive down with a couple friends, it won't be covered in people. That's great. That's great. All right. New Jersey has some amazing mountain ranges and forest areas. Yeah. If you go to the upper parts, if you like west, you take 278 out and then go north from there. All of this up north of that, outside of like a couple of the really expensive towns, when you go beyond that and you're like at the border, gorgeous. Gorgeous. West Texas has beautiful plains, mountains, and canyons, but everyone just sticks to Central because it's trees. Yeah, no, I think people don't look up what's near them. I think, you know, maybe I'm a bit spoiled because I've gotten to know a lot of areas all over like the tri-state area because I hiked a lot, which meant like when you go looking for hiking trails, you end up stopping in all these little whatever towns, parking somewhere, going on a hike, coming back. You get to see all different slightly varied landscapes in the same kind of area, so you become really familiar with like what's out there. And because of this, I've been to so many little towns where I found like little cool things to do in them. So if a friend is like, I want to go see a play, but Broadway's so expensive, I'll be like, oh man, let me tell you about these tiny playhouses that are really good that I found in whatever bumfuck, you know. like you know, that stuff exists, but I wouldn't have found those things if I wasn't like, you know, going to these random areas because I was going hiking nearby or something. So but you know, we have Google Maps. You just got to research. But there's a lot out there that you can do that's really nice, really really nice. And even if you live in an area that's kind of bumfucky, if you have a car and you're willing to drive 30 minutes, I mean, there's a lot. So tiny towns always have the best food too. I disagree. I think the worst food I've eaten has always been from a small town, but sometimes they have a really good gem that's like incredible. Yeah, sometimes they do. But I've also, like, some of the worst places I've eaten have been in small towns because they don't really have restaurant competition. So when you're one of 3 things there are to eat, you're not going to close down. People will end up there eventually, you know? So that's the kind of stuff where it's like, it could be hit or miss. But yeah, some of the best stuff I've eaten was also in these tiny towns. For sure. For sure. Your situation of coming from world food capital is unique. Okay, that too. I have the unique scenario of being a person that has always had the best food available if I wanted to, and the cheap shit being really good. So my opinion there is 100% skewed by that. 100%. So I mean, my opinion on everything, my opinion on transportation, my opinion on what makes the town good or bad, you know, it's all coming from this lens of literally New York City. So, you know. You know, always take anything I say with that behind it. So you'll die for Snooki. We as a society were too harsh for Snooki.